welcome back to another video. We are actually going to be doing a tutorial, like an actual tutorial. So I am going to be telling you guys everything that I'm doing in this video. I know I don't typically do that anymore, but I felt like we should go back to the basics. So I've already prepped the nail, obviously, and I actually was not going to, well, I did plan to record this set, but I forgot to record the first fingers. So that's why you see me starting off with this finger, but I am using Cover Flamingo by Young Nails. I'm either using Cover Flamingo by Young Nails, what's the other one? Bad and Bougie by Valentino, or V Beauty Pure. I do have a code for them. It's linked in my description box if you do want to purchase from V Beauty Pure. And I also use Ami. Ami is my favorite one by 876 Nails, but I don't have anymore. I ran out. Bubble Pink is also, I think it's called Bubble Pink. Is it called Bubble Pink? I think it's called Bubble Pink by 876. That one is a really, really pretty pink that everybody used to choose, but I don't have any of that anymore either. So I do need to place an order. I just have not been ordering any acrylic. I've basically been using what I have already just to get rid of it and go through my acrylics before I do purchase any more. But like I said, I do have a code for 876 and V Beauty Pure in my description box if you do want to purchase any acrylics from those companies. And also these tips are by 876 as well. She sent me them a while ago, like a really, really long time ago, and I've been using them lately. A lot of people have been getting curved tips by me lately, and I'm loving it. When I first started out with curved nails, I sucked at it. I used to make my nails really wide, and I don't know, the structure just wasn't there. But ever since I looked at another video and figured out, like how to curve them, not curve them, but like just how to place the acrylic on it so that it looked very flattering with the curve, it's been up since. Like my curved nails, me personally, I think my curved nails are bomb. I love how they come out. I love how slim they are. Yeah, so it's easy to do. It's just like doing straight tips, you guys. I promise you there's nothing to it. Just lay the acrylic just how you would a straight tip, and it's going to come out fine. Just make sure that you're keeping the structure of the nail. That is the biggest thing. And make sure that when you're placing the tips on the nail, that the tips are fitting sidewall to sidewall, but you do not want them to be super big. If they are bigger, because you couldn't find a size to fit their nail, you had to go up a size, make sure before you place the acrylic down that you are shaping the nail to the width that you want the nail to be. Like, I hope that makes sense. Make sure that it's slim prior to you putting the acrylic down, and that's going to help you tremendously. It will save you time at the end when it comes to filing, and also it's just going to give you a really, really flattering shape. I know a lot of people like to see the shape and how it is with the foundation, just foundation only without filing, and that's like really appeasing and pleasing to the eye. So yeah, just little notes here and there. That's how I do my acrylic, and that's how I do my curved nails. Super simple, super easy. If you don't have it down pat, like I promise, practice makes perfect, and just keep practicing. I do want to say, as far as the structure, when you see me putting acrylic on the sides like this, it's because I see like maybe a little gap or a spot of the nail that does not have any acrylic there, or either it is too thin of a layer of acrylic there. So I always make sure that I am checking sidewalls of the nail. That part where I put that acrylic, the part that I'm swiping right now, or where my brush is right now, the corner of that nail, you always want to make sure there's enough acrylic there, because that is where the nail can possibly start to crack, and they will pick at it. Like, clients will pick at their nails, you guys. So you want to make sure that they have nothing to pick at. And that part right there is a stress area. So it's easy to break right there. And that is where the apex naturally goes and where you would build on top of the nail. But you still want to make sure that enough acrylic is covering the side walls of your nail so that nothing is cracking on the sides, which could lead to a bigger crack in the nail. I hope that makes sense. I am placing my cuticle beads as close to the cuticle area as I can, and then I'm kind of just letting it flow into the cuticle area. I do not place it right on the cuticle because then most of the time it's going to flood it. So just place it like directly underneath the cuticle. You're going to leave a little space in between the skin and where you place the acrylic so that it can just flow naturally into that area. Make sure that your beads are not super wet. That is also an issue a lot of people have when placing cuticle beads. And you also want to make sure that it's not too dry, because then you're not going to be able to manipulate the bead and move it to where it needs to go. If you have trouble doing liquid to powder ratio, or you're just having trouble with your application period, I do feel like liquid to powder ratio is going to be your first step into getting that corrected. So I do have a video on that, and I feel like majority of you all have already watched it. But if somebody is new here to my channel and you have not watched that video, I highly recommend that be the first video that you watch before even trying to do nails at all. I think it's very helpful. And before you even watch any of my other videos, I would suggest watching that one, just because that video is basically a foundation video. Like, once you have that down packed, once you learn your liquid to powder ratio, everything else slowly falls into place. Just because it's going to be so much easier for you to lay the acrylic, get your foundation straight, control your beads. That is, having control over your beads is top priority. Like, without that, your application is going to be messy. You are also going to probably run into issues with time, just because you're going to be working so hard to lay acrylic when your beads are probably too wet and you're wiping off the acrylic. You're not even like placing enough acrylic down to where it's staying on the actual nail. So these are all things that just learning your liquid to powder ratio can help with. So I always suggest people go ahead and watch that video first, and then come back and watch other videos that are more so geared towards like shaping and design and like just over the top nails that you probably don't need to be trying just yet. If you are a beginner, I'm speaking to people who are coming to this channel and like you've never done nails before, this is your first time ever, getting into it, or you just want to start off, that is the video for you. If you notice, I am constantly wiping the sides as I'm laying the acrylic down, and the reason I'm doing that is to keep the shape. When you are able to keep the shape of the nail, it is going to be so much quicker to file at the end. It saves so much time, you guys. Like, honestly, a lot of the times I don't even need to do too much filing on my nails anymore, except for just smoothing it out. That's really all I do. And honestly, I don't even think I need to do that. I just do it because it's out of habit. And I'm like a perfectionist when it comes to shape now, and also just like the smoothest of my nail, because I have been doing like a lot of nail art, and especially Frenchies. When you are doing French tips on any nail, you need to make sure that that base is smooth. I promise you, if your base is not smooth and you do a French tip, it is going to show. Like, no matter what type of paint you're using, no matter what type of gel or color gel that you're using, it is going to show if that nail is lumpy. So I try to save time with my shaping, as far as like whether it's square or coffin, by just keeping the shape as I'm laying the acrylic. Like I said, you can see me wiping the sides, cleaning it up as I go. I do this constantly, the whole application, you guys. And y'all will see it on each individual nail. I continuously do it. And it works for me. As you can see, I'll insert a picture of, or a little video of how it looked after I was done with just the foundation. There was no shaping. This is how it looked, and it was really, really cute, really nice. It had a really nice shape to it. I just had to clean it up a little bit. So you want your nails to look like that before filing. That way you will save so much time, and I promise you, like, you'll thank me later. Trust me. know I've been responding to comments like later than normal, but I have been getting a lot of comments on older videos about what size brush I use and what type of brush I use. My older videos, I was using a size 10 or 12 panna brush. I was probably using my mahogany panna brush, which is still in my Amazon storefront, and I would still use that brush today. I think panna brushes are bomb, especially for beginners, very affordable and very convenient because you can get them straight off of Amazon. But as of right now, I no longer use a size 10. I completely and always use a size 12. I did try upping my size to a size 14 brush. However, it was just too big for me, but I also didn't really give it a chance. So maybe one day in the near future, I will try a size 14 again, but a size 12 is good for me. I do take still, y'all, I still take a long time doing nails. Like, I don't think that's ever going to change. I just take my time on nail sets, and especially when I have a client that's talking a lot, like we chop it up and it takes forever. Like, I don't even want to tell y'all how long this set took. It is like, it took way too long. Like, it took almost an hour or two longer than any of my other sets. Like, and there was no reason for it. We were literally like talking the entire time, and it was just slowing me down. So anyway, like I said, I am now working with a size 12 brush, and this one is actually the Kiara Sky brush that I'm using right now. I have had no issues with it. It does shed a little bit, but not too much. Nothing I've seen any different than my panna brush or my not polished brush. I actually really like the Kiara Sky and the panna brushes. So if you are looking for a brush, I do recommend the Kiara Sky. I feel like they're about the same price as the panna, so it really wouldn't matter which one you go for. I have had the not polished brush. I wasn't really a big fan of it. The body of the brush was like super thick, and I just don't like that. So I like my brushes to be a little more on the thinner side, and they just make it easier to get into the cuticle area. And I also like for my brushes to be pretty flat. I don't know, they just work better for me. So those are my two recommendations for brushes, and I do use a size 12. Right here, I am using a 5-in-1 bit. The 5-in-1 bits are all linked in my Amazon storefront as well. I usually use a fine or a medium bit to seal my cuticles, and this is how I do it. I just go around the cuticle area. I am not touching their skin. I am going right underneath their skin, and you want to make sure that you are holding it pretty flat. You don't want to like dig into their nail at all, like dig into their natural nail. So be mindful if you are using this type of bit for the first time. You do not want to damage their natural nail. And then I am going ahead and I'm taking an 88 grit file. I'm filing on the sides. Now with curved nails, you don't really have to do too much filing if you kept the shape. The most filing that you're going to do is something that I actually kept out of this video on accident. It was just out of frame, so I wasn't able to show you guys how I was really taking my sanding band and going up underneath the nail on the sides just to clean it up. However, I did clean it up in my last video. So I will link that video up here. And if you want to see the shaping for that video, I will try to link the timestamp up here for you guys. Or you can just fast forward to where I am shaping the nails, and you will see exactly what I mean with shaping curved nails. You're going to do the shaping with a sanding band underneath the nail the same way that you would do duckies, and just clean up the underside. You cannot clean up the underside with anything else other than a sanding band when it comes to curved nails, because obviously they're curved. It's not like you can take a file and go up underneath the nail. You can't do it. It's going to mess up the the shape. So you have to use a sanding band or a 501 bit. I recommend a sanding band just because of the width and also the material that is on the sanding band versus you using straight metal up against it, or ceramic, whatever those bits are. I just feel like it comes out smoother when you use a sanding band. So like I said, go back to my last video and go to the shaping section of that video, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to shaping up underneath the underside of any curved nail or ducky nail, because those are also slightly curved. I also wanted to mention, when you see me filing like this, anytime you are filing on top of the nail, you want to make sure that you're using a 80-80 grit or a 100-100 grit, and make sure that the nail is completely white before you stop. Meaning, if you see some white and then you see a little bit of pink peeking through, that means that the nail is not smooth and even. So when you are filing with a nail file on top of the nail, making sure that it is all smooth, you want to make sure that the nail is completely white before you buff it. I hope that makes sense. Maybe one day I will do like a shaping video and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, but I just go ahead and file over top of the nail until it's completely white, and then I take my buffer, which I'm doing right now, and I will buff it out with the slightly coarse side, and then I do use the smoothing side as well, just to really buff everything out and take away the scratches. But that is my process for filing and buffing, and that is what works for me. So she actually chose this gel polish color because she wanted it to match her toes, and it almost matched perfectly. So we got really lucky with this shade. This not acrylic, this gel polish is from an old, like literally, I think this is the first gel polish collection that I got when I first started. I've had these gel polishes for almost 3 years now. And it's linked on my Amazon storefront. It's that company called RAJSM, I think it is. I don't know how to pronounce it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If you've ordered gel polishes off of Amazon or AliExpress before, you will see that brand everywhere. So that is where this particular color came from. I don't have any other color. I don't have any other brand that has sent me a color like this. So I actually need to re-up on colors like this. Specifically this color, because I feel like this is going to be a hit for the summer and spring. Especially after I post this, because I already have people in my inbox on Facebook asking me about this color and the set in general. So I feel like I'm just gonna need a little bit more of this color. So I do plan to search for a big bottle of it if I can. If not, I'm just gonna have to go to a different brand and see if I can get a color very, very close to this or similar. But yeah, this color is so pretty. I'm so glad she picked it. This nail set was actually inspired by, I think her name is Nails by C or I think it's Nails by C or Nails by Side. I'm not sure how she pronounces it, but she did a set like this, but it was black. We did not want to do black since spring is coming up and she wanted to match her toes. So we did choose this color, and I think this color made the whole set pop. But yeah, it's super, super cute. Highly recommend this color. Have it in your collection. So this is the most tedious part of this nail design, and honestly, without this, we would have been done a little sooner, but this is the best part, and this is the part that is going to make the whole entire set. So we are putting some bling and some flowers. She wanted 2 bling nails and she wanted the rest to be Frenchies, so that's what we did. And that is basically the picture that, well, we didn't have a picture, I just seen what she was talking about, and the posts that we saw by Nails by C. I just remembered it, how it was really simple. It was just black Frenchies, I think, and she also did 2 bling nails in the middle. So I just kind of followed that, and I don't remember if she used flowers or not, but I thought the flowers would be an extra touch to it. And yeah, the bling took forever. This is most definitely sped up, but the bling took a very, very long time, you guys. Like, it took longer on the first hand than it did the second hand for whatever reason. I guess once you get into the groove of things, it just goes a little quicker on the second hand. But all I'm doing is placing some AB crystals down. These are not Preciosa. They are not Serenity crystals. They are just, you can get them off Amazon, y'all. But these are by Dynamic Nail Supply. I've had this box for forever. Once it's done, and once I get through most of these crystals, I will start buying some crystals from Blue Street Crystals, because I just like how they shine. They shine even more than these shine. The shine on these crystals, or these rhinestones, are not bad, and obviously y'all saw that in the beginning of this video, and you guys will see it at the end of this video when I show you another clip of the final finish. But these are great for beginners, great for if nobody is none of your clientele is asking for, like, you know, Serenity or Swarovski crystals. Like, if they're not asking for that, then these are your go-to. And as long as you wipe them off with alcohol before you take the picture, and make sure that nothing is, you know, no glue or anything is on the stones, they are going to shine really, really bright and look super, super pretty. I do recommend always putting a base of glitter gel polish underneath your rhinestones. If you are doing a bling nail, it just makes it come out way better. If a stone goes missing or falls off, there will be glitter underneath it, so it will not be as noticeable as if it was just a pink base underneath it. So highly recommend doing that. I do it with every bling set. I do not skip that part. So basically, wherever you plan to put the bling, you are going to just lay down a layer of some glitter or holographic gel polish that matches the stones. If you are using red rhinestones, then you should find a red glittery, shimmery, you know, gel polish to put down. If you're doing black, same thing with black. Well, if you're doing black, I guess you could do the holographic silver one, but any color that you are placing on top of any color rhinestones that you're placing down, I would suggest getting a glitter polish or holographic polish to match those stones. Hopefully that made sense. I also did not show you guys the entire part of these rhinestones just because it was not necessary at all, but this is the final look, you guys. I thought it was super, super cute. I love these nails. I love the color. That yellow, hot, whatever color that is, that neon yellow, made these nails what they are, in my opinion. I just thought they were so pretty. But anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And I will see y'all in the next one. Mwah. Bye.